It was brought to my attention that I should do a video about subcontracting, how my business utilizes subcontracting, some questions that I'm always asked, like, wouldn't the homeowner just go with the, why wouldn't he just go with the sub? Why would he pay you more? Why would he not just go with this guy? And then what do they say when they figure out that it's subcontracting? Are they weirded out? Or how do you find good subcontractors? Or even just what is subcontracting? I'm gonna go through all of these questions that I typically get, and then at the end, I'm gonna go over the key benefits and why I switched from having employees and a big overhead to the subcontractor model. So first, what is subcontracting? Subcontracting, in simple terms, is when a business closes a deal, let's just say construction project. I'll close a construction project, then I'll give it to another construction company, and they will actually do the construction of the project. We just handled, all the communication with the customer. We wrote the estimate. We have our contract in place. We paid for the marketing. It's our business, but then we're just utilizing another business to actually do the project. So this is what my business does. I used to have employees, and I used to go out and buy the trucks and the trailers and the mini skid steers, but I didn't want to create this big overhead. And then if I ever wanted to quit, like let's just say I wanted to pack up my bags and go to Bali, I can do that. I don't have anything to sell. Like I'm literally just leveraging another business, marketing and systems and software to make money with what I'm good at and what I know. And this is why I think it's a super cool model, because anybody can do it. Like I can do this from a laptop in a coffee shop. Like I don't need a truck, I don't need a trailer. I just go out to these job sites and I meet with the customers, see what they want, and then I write up the estimate. So that's subcontracting. It's when a business closes a deal and then pairs it with another business to do it. And when I first started off, I had some of these questions that you guys are, asking me as well, where it's like, hey Caleb, when you get to the project and a customer sees another business under Fine Lines' project, what are they gonna say? And I've had this happen a couple times. If you're confident and you show your energy to the customer, and they're not gonna really care. As long as their project is getting done on time and it's great work, they don't really care. And some of the things that you can say are, oh yeah, we just have multiple marketings. Or we have multiple ways that we market. So we market as Fine Lines, we market as Artistic Stone, we market as, Greystone. We have all these different marketings. We're all just one team. And they're like, oh, okay. And then if they ask more questions, it's like, okay, look at your house. When you built that house, the company that built that house didn't have all the people to do that. They hired a window guy. They hired an HVAC guy. They hired a roofer. They hired a framer. So it's the same thing with us. We make sure that you have a good experience, and then you trust us in managing these contractors to get your project done the best as possible. So that's how I handle that situation. And the best way to find these subcontractors, how I found my subcontractors, is I utilize social media. So I'm on Instagram, I'm posting videos like, hey, what's going on? My name's Caleb James, I'm on this landscaping project, we just wrapped this up. And what's gonna happen is these subcontractors that are working for people that aren't utilizing these strategies, they're gonna be like, our guy isn't doing this. Let me go work for this young stud who's on the jobs and who's, obviously using the new way of marketing. They're not, like, if they're a successful good sub, they're gonna realize that they've kind of hit their owner's cap. Or they're the guy that's getting them jobs, they hit their cap. And so they want to go under somebody else's vision that is utilizing these new techniques. So if you're on social media, these subcontractors are going to find you. You can also go to your hardscape supply stores. Like I have Site One near me, I have Reams near me. I'll walk in there and say, hey, hey Sarah, do you have anybody that can build me patios? And she's like, oh yeah, Caleb, somebody was just in here. Okay, perfect. Can you give me their name? Meet them for coffee, explain to these contractors what you do. Just say, hey, it's my job to get these projects, talk to the homeowners, estimate everything, job track everything. I'll handle everything on the business side of things and make sure you never have to worry about getting a job. All I need for you is to worry about the job getting done and making the last check easy. then you guys build a good partnership. And ideally, the subcontractors that you're looking for aren't the biggest and the best companies with all this branding all over their stuff. They're the guys that maybe aren't the best with English. They're the guys that are amazing at doing the projects, but not the best at running the business side of things. You know, they don't have time for the business side of things because they're an owner operator. They're just in the business, amazing at what they do, tons of experience, photos and projects to back it up so you can see. Those are the subcontractors that you're wanting, not the massive business. You're wanting the guy that, is really good at his skills. And then finally, when a subcontractor, I get this question too, when a subcontractor, when you have to get the price from them, what if it takes like a week and then, you have to get an estimate to a customer in like 3 days to stay competitive and, to get your estimates out quick? What happens if the subcontractor never gets back to you and sends you an estimate? And how I solved this problem is I met with my subcontractor and I went through all the pricing with them. So, okay, what would you charge me to do a 20 by 20 patio? Boom, 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 we worked it up. So now I have this number, a 20 by 20 patio, I can use that to reference. And then it's like, okay, how much do you guys need to make in a day? What's your day rate to be profitable? Then you take that number and you can start utilizing that for all your projects. Okay, this project's gonna take us a half a day, that's how much I'm gonna charge for Carlos or for whoever is doing your project. So you just meet with them and you break down everything that you guys are doing and you get prices from them. That way you can do stuff in advance. And then you can send the estimates out to your customers. And then if you do close the deal, you can say, hey Carlos, I closed this project. This is how much it's for. Are you guys okay with this number? And then they say yes. And then okay, perfect. Then you sign a contract. You sign a contract saying, hey, this is how much we agree to pay you. You guys are in charge of getting the project done. And if something happens on the project, it's your responsibility to fix it. And then also, we're not paying you until we get paid out on the project. We'll pay them up front, but then we're not going to pay them the whole deal until we get paid the whole deal. So as far as the key benefits with the subcontracting goes and why I really switched is because I love how simple it is, and I want to be lean and I want to be mean. I want to be able to move around, jump into different things. If I want to do real estate tomorrow, I can. I don't have all these payments and I'm not super committed with all these employees to continue doing this. Also, if it takes little capital to get started in something like this. Like, you don't need to go out, you don't need to have a truck, you don't need to have a trailer, you don't need to buy skid steers. Like, literally anybody can do this. And another thing is you can like, let's say we get booked out for like 6 projects. Okay, let me just go hire more crews. And let me just go hire a couple more subs and we can just knock these projects out. And then when it's dead, I'm not pressured I don't have to go get jobs. I don't have to keep my employees busy. I just have subcontractors. Which also brings up another good point where it's like, I can just sit in the tree and kind of calculate the wind speed. And I don't have to be getting projects all the time. Like, I can just get good, profitable projects. And so, that is another key benefit. And then the last benefit that I want to point out is when you make money on projects, when you have, when you're building a employee business with tons of equipment and stuff, every time you make money, it goes to buying a dump trailer. Every time you make money, it goes to buying a saw. Every time you make money, it goes to a new tire on the truck. Every time you make money, it goes to this. With the subcontractor model, when we make money, we can take that money, invest it into ourselves, invest it into other investments. I can take and invest it into crypto. I can invest it into myself. I can go travel with it. I can hire more team members. We can get better software to make our team or our life easier. And I really don't have to put much effort in as far as the construction side of things goes. I've worked it out with my contractor where he goes and gets all the materials. He's running, getting the rebar, this, that. Literally, it's my job to get the projects, and literally it's his job to do them. And we've kind of had that agreement. We will still order pavers and big things to the project for him. That way he doesn't have to go, do that kind of stuff. But all the little stuff, he's grabbing it. And we built systems and processes, material takeoff sheets, SOPs, all these different things to where he knows exactly what he's doing. And we also do a really good job of putting sketches together before the projects. That way he knows all the specific details. And then we'll meet with him on the first day. We'll walk over the whole project with him, and then he pretty much handles it. And so I get to spend all my time growing the business and tracking the KPIs and researching new softwares and building relationship with custom home builders and pushing the business down the road. So this is how I've done over $500,000 in revenue this year without touching a shovel or doing any of the construction. Our business doesn't do any of the construction. We're just leveraging other people, other companies, and other softwares to get this done. So if you have any more questions, drop them down in the comments below. I'd love to help you guys out. And if this was valuable, like and subscribe. I'm going to be coming out with more of these videos. I also have a free community that you can join. I just put a ton of these videos in there. Like, I have all my templates. I'm doing videos on mindset, nutrition. So if any of that stuff sounds, of value to you, make sure and check that out. We'd love to see you in there. Peace.